Welcome back on iKeysRacing. While I was starting to eat, it is not an ice cream, but it's ghiacciolo, an ice something in English. I don't know the right word. And I was just understanding that being with the taste of mint, it is like, sorry, it is like the screen at my back that gives a sort of chroma key effect. So it seems like, yes, I'm eating concrete, or anyway nothing. Sorry, I solved this and I come back. Oh, sorry, Icicle, this is the name. And there was a famous song also of the British band Queen. Icicle, 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 I want to taste my icicle. Okay, we were back in single player. Yes, the cup challenge, we had to finish the stage E. And there was the Midnight Racer. I start to say I don't know what will happen, because they are by night 10 laps instead of the original 20, and will be, I think, 20 minutes per race, so 1 hour and 20, cut down, I hope less than 1 hour. We will keep the episode number 35 for this, maybe. And that's it. Last two, just for the purpose to have some nice racing with historic cars. The Midnight Racers at Imola, Dijon-Prenois, Donington Park at the Nürburgring. Let's choose the car. There will be many additions, because after discovering the Albertube website, sorry for my bad German, I have found a lot of stuff that is magic, will allow us also to still have GTLegends on our screens also for the future, because the historic side of racing cars, let me say up to the arrival of prototypes, or anyway close to the arrival of the prototypes around the end of the 60s, beginning of the 70s, does deserve to be here on GTLegends. Anyway, let's grab Aston Martin, yes, weight 1195, 860, 801 to 34 kilowatts. This one, the DBR2. I also added the Ferrari Thrustmaster steering wheel made in wood, so will be everything with manual clutch, manual gear shift, and so on. Let's start with this. Yes, amateur will be okay. Let's go to race. We start from P36. 12 laps should be enough, and I would go up with the degree of the steering up to 27 if allowed by the car. Yes, long and short corners, tight radius and large radius here at Imola. Maybe let's stay 5.5. yes. Anti-roll bar to the maximum -1, toe in completely negative. If the maximum is 80, generally for the anti-roll bar rear I use 1/4, and if the maximum of the toe in positive is 2, I would put a 50. Okay. Not bad, being so capable to actually act like proper race car of modern days. The maximum is 52, let's go to the minimum 42. Maybe we can play with the ride height. Yes, 2 centimeters should be okay. Powering up to a 90% to avoid too many spins, too many drift, and maybe 80, 70, 80. Let's start with this, we will see then what to do. Sorry, the pressure, also the braking is important to me. I always like the maximum. The front seems overcharged. Okay, to me we can go on paper like this. Let's see. Okay, lights on, first gear, 10 laps at Imola. There is always some learning curve. There's also a bit more finish already. Let's start. This one is not good. Oops. This was not good. It's the deck of cards. Slower cars at the back. Nürburgring, and I cannot recognize which were the others. This is on the Mercedes SL 300 SL Gullwing. Already doing too much with cold tires. Better acceleration, Mercedes. Gentle on braking, gentle on your input, always like this. It's not Gran Turismo. Too much. The steering wheel becomes very light suddenly. Pressing 2, yes. Oh. This is a slalom, sorry. Touch the barrier. That's good. Maybe I have just one front headlight now. Nonetheless, it's P10. Oh, the car is so light and so predictable while braking. Beautiful with old ladies like this. Stupid Marco. It's always a tiny second before losing the car when you are my goodness. I play not daily as I would this game, but gives all the possible fun when you can really, despite virtually, have a taste of how was driving. Beautiful. GTLegends does cost 2 or 3 euros on Steam now. Please give it a try. It's so fun, so also needing a full commitment from you. Sorry. At least I have a so powerful engine capable to push me at space speed compared to the Lotus 7s, and the body is, I think, very difficult maybe too. To go to the back of Ferraris and Aston Martin in front. The feeling of not really being stable on the asphalt. Just half of the race and I'm already counting when we finish, before we have some cars in front hopefully to pass. To me they look like Lamborghini 2 for sure, and there is a Lotus 7 and something else in front. I know. Lotus 7 is a cabrio version of the Mercedes 300 SL. Roadster version. Obviously, I'm less agile than small French and German cars, even if Mercedes 300 was anyway a sport car back then. So maybe I'm just the only Aston Martin on track today. Home, time for the race to come back from the last position. Waiting like one of my usual mistakes. I finished back to P3. A few laps to go. coming to what should be the last lap. It's now or never. Super wow! To me sounded easier because I had the most powerful car but wasn't. So we finished the race 1 out of 4 with, I suppose, 2 points less than Mr. André de Sudi. With the Renault 8 Gordini Group 5, Aston Martin ed Hugus Hagas Ferrari 250 Testarossa, Verne Chupin with the Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing Alloy, Olivier Gendebien, sorry, pardon me, my bad, German and French, Ferrari 250 Testarossa, Michael Kuhn, maybe, and Max Becker, the first 6 and 7, and then Wolf Goetze with the Austin Ely 3000. Then let's remember a lot of Lotus 7 Series 1 conquering everything else, and the others very far. Okay, but was not the classification, sorry, was of the race, but just the ranking points. Dijon-Prenois. Let's prepare the race as before. I was thinking to be in a better and easier condition. Maybe here with the long straight will be so. Let's try to transform into a powerful go-kart this beautiful Aston Martin. Okay, maybe we have also to possibly avoid her to be too snappy. So sorry for my parrot. Maybe we can think to be a bit more aggressive with the rear stiffness. That's it. I would stay so. Power and coasting for the differential as well. I was saying the differential as well blocked almost to maybe avoid less hysteric, snappy attitude. Fine. Lights on. First gear. Blew my plastic part here. good. There's someone already not starting. Tires and the car is snapping everywhere, but I'm using more the torque in third gear than anything else, just to have a smooth behavior. Until tires would be a bit warm up. Waiting to unleash the raw power on the Aston Martin here on the main straight after the last infinite corner. Already P2, luckily I was in the full positive attitude to think here it would have been easier. Thank you very much. I was thinking to be in another place. Chopin is my next target, at least in the virtual reality of this game. He is not anymore also first. Maybe from the crash he had some issues. But it was my fault to actually be out of position. It was just moving chicane for him. Still learning. Learning and needing a lot to learn. fatigue. I'm sorry, I was forgetting to comment. Mr. Mazza at the top with a Gordini. Then it's Jean de Bian with the Ferrari 250 TR Testarossa. Mr. Kuhn with the Mercedes 300 SL Roadster version. And us with the Aston Martin. For the moment, at the moment. Last lap. You have to dose steering wheel and throttle much more than usual. Of another lap, Lotus 7 and past Mr. Mazza with the Gordini, but he will be quicker while cornering, so it's again now or never. Moment to run away or not. Despite being lighter, the Gordini has not actually power like us so high. Oh, so at least a victory. And then Ferrari Hagas, who's the previous leader of the championship, also Jean de Bian, Kuhn, Götze, Bourdon should be the first 8 to score. Point, maybe, I don't know. Let's see. We go on top with a second placement and victory, just 3 points against of advantage against Andre de Soude and Ed Hagas plus 6 points, 10 points over Silvio Mazza. So de Soude, Hugus, Mazza and Jean de Bian are the one to keep in consideration. Next step, where it does not crash. Donington, good. So let's jump to the race. 10 laps again. We bring down the level of fuel up to, yes, 13 laps. Power as before, 100. Coasting while you lift 90%. Still as before, 27 of degrees. The caster maybe at this point can be kept at 6.5. Let's see if the car becomes more stable. Rear end that can stay where it was. So yes, 20. The anti-roll bar can stay down to 20. Front end with like this, like this, like this, like this, minus 1 notch. Rear end can be maybe like this and this. We stay 15-16. Okay, the pressure of brakes, let's go up to 100. Should be perfect, maybe, who knows. Lights on. First gear. I'm almost stressed, but this championship is very difficult, honestly. Another long straight to take advantage compared to the small, and like the Lotus 7. Maybe try the first gear the next lap. I'm not sure it is giving the right amount of spin or not. The reference to where apply brakes, maybe this time at 200 meters was good enough. The problem is get Schupan and Kuhn. Seconds ahead. Okay. At least Banger has been cooked. Now, okay, much better this time. The Bluebird, Ronald Campbell, such a hero on top of the bridge. I've just seen a special documentary by the BBC, if I'm not wrong. Discovering that the K7 on water will run again in 2026, after a full restoration. After running in 2018, if I'm not wrong. Okay, I decided to stay in second gear for the two hairpins. This first one. This one. Lap 6 out of 10. Get the leadership. I just can't imagine how difficult this game is played maximum level. Dimitar of Turbo Racing channel knows it very well. Despite this, he solved the entire game at the maximum level possible. Very great driver, even if just virtually, like many of us. He has the right stuff, I think. Also outside a virtual environment. Ciao Dimitar. Thank you very much for your sympathy, friendship. Good level of YouTubership. Stupid mark. Stupid mark. Distracted by watching the classification. 2 laps to go. Less. Down to P4. Could have been a closing point for the championship. Drivers for the win. Last lap. 3 drivers for the win. And 1 idiot, 1 donkey. P9. Do an Italian thing. Be ready. Now I'm curious to see if I will be disqualified. P11, because they put you at the end, because I had a stop and go penalty not served, and so it's right to be put at the end of the classification. So 0 points. Danger, Kuhn, Mazza, Hugus, Gendebien. Let's see the current classification. We are still on top, but now we have 1 point over Hugus and the Ferrari 250 TR. The Sudi minus 3 points, Mazza minus 4, Kuhn minus 4. I mean, we have to win and arrive in front of everybody. Period. Sorry, I was becoming stressed like an average Italian at the wheel, like happens every day on highways and so on. So, last call for a 10 laps race anyway. We go down to 28 liters. We go with the differential as seen before. That was the soft spot, I would say. 27 degrees of steering wheel. Maximum caster, at least the car doesn't turn really the best way, but at least she's more stable. Brake pressure, an average thing, 90% and maybe a bit more on the rear. Blah blah blah. A 1 notch less for a better grip, and behind, yes, 15-16, that's it, let's go, wish me luck. Last suffering episode for you. Saying to myself, I don't want to do silly things. Okay, lights are at least the championship is a bit more exciting. Not snappy and not nervous like we have seen in previous races, the 3 previous races. Nonetheless, it's not an easy task to learn quickly how to make her comfort zone. Nürburgring in this version is not obviously the green hell, North Schleif plus South Schleif. Would have been very funny to put myself into a car like this. 20 kilometers per lap challenge. Required to ride on the old real version. Nonetheless, in the short one, we get another victory, and it is a special victory. because not only we beat everybody, but very easily. Believe me, it was like driving on a magic carpet, and all the direct contenders did not score points or score few points, less than us for sure. So we ensured to win also this last but one episode, group, cup, whatever you like, going even 3 points above and far from Ed Hugus with the Ferrari 250 TR. Then Silvio Mazza closes in P3 the final championship. Very fogged until the end, because then we have Kuhn 18 points together with Olivier Gendebien, the other Ferrari, 16 Dessoudi, Basil Denger 13. So there were at least in 12 points, or in 10 points, allow me to say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers ish in the condition to win the cup. We win the gold one, and that's it for episode 33. The next one will be cut down a lot and will be the final endurance classic with Monza and Spa-Francorchamps 30 laps. If you allow me, I will bring this down to 30 because it is too long and too much at an amateur level with a bit of assistance. Maybe then I will discover that without assistance I will be quicker than this, but so far so good in this way. Single challenges were Gold Cup like this one, so very good indeed. The next one will be the Endurance Classic, and I mean, we will not choose for sure we will not choose our Rover Metro Turbo, I mean, but something historic, something nice indeed. Maybe a Porsche 935, for example, not of that period. Maybe a 934, not too young. Maybe a 914, yes, a 912, maybe yes. And what else? Everything up to the episode number 34, or maybe something like these special cars would be quite nice to try them. And we will close the hands on this episode, plus to be sure to complete everything, we will unblock a lot of other cars, etc., even not only in the vanilla version, and it will be nice. I think it will be absolutely very nice to arrive to complete everything and then use GTLegends as a tool to actually show something more, something else. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Stay very well and best wishes to you all. Remember to stay into keen racing, and obrigado, muchas gracias, merci beaucoup, thank you, danke schön, spasiba, arigato, grazie, and see you very soon on iKeysRacing channel. Stay very well. Bye bye. Ciao.